Alright guys, today I'm going to teach you guys how to play Kayle top lane, this time with the AD Kayle build. The one and only, which is really strong at the moment. What you want to be running with AD Kayle is PDA, you want to take Overheal, Alacrity, Cut the Grass, Bone Plate, and Overgrowth. Now of course, along with the setup, you also want to be running the Doran's Blade so you can have the best early game in the laning phase. Typically, Doran's Ring is really good if you want to sustain on the mana, but it does make you a little bit weaker, where Doran's Blade provides you, like, early aggression. So that's typically, like, the difference between both of them. Now, we are currently in a matchup you typically don't want to be in. Kayle is a really strong scaling champ, however, Nasus... well, you kind of get the picture already. He's going to be outscaling us pretty hard. And if we don't win the pre-6 against Nasus, it's going to be very, very terrifying. And especially like after level 6, when he gets his ultimate and he gets the ghost, which he has. He has ghost and TP. He's going to be able to like run over us quite easily. So we're going to have to take this, smart. I think we're going to be alright anyways, because Kayle, once again, is also a scaling champ, however, in a different way. This just means that we're going to have to play a lot more safe, like we usually do, around that time. But until then, we're going to be chilling. So they have a Jarvan in the jungle, which actually counters us pretty hard as well, considering he can just, like, combo up to us. We're holding the pressure right now. This is extremely important, especially when you have like a Lee Sin in the jungle like we do now. What I want you guys to do right now is just simply taking a look at the map, see what's going on. Nice. So apparently Jarvan is currently down here as well. Except the difference is that we have the pressure. Okay, so apparently he went for me. Oh, he missed the Q as well. I had this feeling like Jarvan was going to do this, actually, man. We could probably still get kills. I think we're going to be alright. He popped the ghost. So one thing is for sure, we did have the pressure, which allowed us to try and help out Lee Sin, trying to set up like a 2v2 for, against Jarvan. But Jarvan was like holding the combo till the very last second, and Nasus was coming at me with a Q at the same time, so I wanted to try to use my Q and then flash, but like it ended up like not happening at all, unfortunately. So we're like kind of like starting with a disadvantage right now, unfortunately. I'm gonna place a ward down over here so I can see Jarvan coming just in case, and also being able to see like Nasus walking down there. See, we're just gonna have to thin this out. As for the first item that we will be running in this game, I always highly encourage you guys to go for the berserker's greaves. Simply because that provides you the movement speed to kite, and having the attack speed, for the low price is always good to have. Hopefully we're not going to miss too much here. Like, farming on our tower with Kayle, at this time is pretty painful to do because you obviously don't have that much damage yet. Technically, like, Nasus, if he does things right, he can technically just spam E on me right now and basically win. In theory, he can even walk up to me just now and just hit a Q on me. Just gonna go for the CS over here, so we can try to... Oh, smart guy. He was a smart guy. He dropped his Q down instead of on the CS. So he sacrificed the CS to try and like drop the Q down to me. Like, this is why this matchup is so terrifying, because Nasus, he both outscales you. He can basically counter you with E, but he can also kill you with Q, right? He always, like, out-damages you. And we all know, like, obviously, Kayle, like, in the pre-6 is pretty weak. You know, even a Nessus can basically destroy you. So now we have to level 6. This is where things will change up a little bit.
Surrender and I'll make this quick.
So we'll go back to base. We'll provide the, you know, we'll get the berserker greaves, and then we'll be looking into getting the first item, which is going to be the Kraken. Now, funny thing is, I think that Nessus thinks that we're going for the AP like Kayle build, but he will soon find out soon enough that we're pretty much like running AD, and then he will probably be building like the wrong stuff. We'll see how it turns out. This guy's going like all in again. That's typically what Nessus plays always do. This is what Nessus will do for the whole laning phase straight. You know, he can slow my attack speed at the same time. Okay. He's tries to run away. Sure. The call I made worked out pretty well. We had a push onto the wave, so if we ping down Lee Sin to come topside, it would become a pretty free kill because we can pretty much dive him if you like to. We can like another plate, and then we can back off. Alright. So now we're going with Berserker's Greaves, and the next item afterwards will be a Kraken Slayer. Typically, like, Kraken Slayer is what you are going to be building most of the time. Let's go for just one pot. Like, you do have more options, such as... you have, you know, the Kraken Slayer. You also have the other one with the dash. You have even other options. You have the shield bow as well. But typically, Kraken Slayer is what you want for, you know, most of the time. Gale Force, on the other hand, is only good if you're playing against, you know, stuff that that can all-in you all the time. Nessus, on the other hand, is not something you build, like, Gale Force into. So the dash is not going to be that useful. Only to, like, run away from him, but, like, in terms of damage, it won't help you. If I walk into Nasus' range right now to try and, like, poke him, he's gonna slow me. So, we're gonna have to wait here.
I will not.
Let's see, he's got, like, 114 stacks so far, sure. This is where we can start poking him, because if he slows me now, then I can just, like, hide backwards. Good. He's taking too much damage from me, though. Okay. He's trying to sustain, or, well, trying to farm at the same time. It's not working at all for him, to be honest. Okay, now we just wait. He will come back. So I think that Nessus finally realizes that you can just pretty much, like... Okay. And I got you. You see, like, even when you play against a scaling champion such as Nessus, you still have a pretty fair way to, like, beat him. It just kind of depends, like, how smart, like, Nessus plays too. You know, obviously, if this Nessus, there's two ways for him to play it. He can go, like, max Q, like he does now. And he can scale up and eventually beat me. Or he can, like, max E and, like, constantly drop, like, 200 damage on me, right? So there's, like, two ways how you can play Nessus here. Alright. We get to share the plates. You can jump. That's fine. He has no arm. There is a Gragas coming topside, so we're not going to be... we're definitely not going to be pushing this one.
The celestial realm awaits.
So now we go for Kraken Slayer. We need like 400 gold for that, actually. But, you know...
Celestial justice.
Until then. No worries. I'll take another one of this. Okay, so Next on, what we're going to do now, we have TP. We're going to see if we can make some plays here. And at the same time, we're going to be moving topside. Oh, I want to TP to this one, actually. Okay. So, I am so thankful that I did not TP to this, to be honest. I saw, like, this was a situation where I could have technically TP'd when the CS was still down here, although it would have been pretty risky. I think if I TP'd, we would have 100% lost it. My difference, I would have made, like, no difference there, you know? Considering I have no R, I don't have my level 11 yet, I'm very happy that I didn't, because it's going to save me a lot here. We got another tower. Awesome.
The divine path shows
So now we're going to get this camp. There's a Gragas. He might come topside. Okay. Now we have another camp. We'll be soon be able to get the Kraken Slayer now. And that's where, you know, things will take a turn. You know, Nessus obviously is going to be stacking up with his Q all day, and there's not much we can change about it. It's just the way how the matchup works, to be honest. Jarvan is coming topside now, so we're getting back here. The next item we're going to run is going to be the Phantom Dancer. And I'm just going to go for a longsword now. I much rather, like, what most people do, they tend to go for a crit. In my opinion, I think that raw damage has always been better in every situation. I've never really been in a situation where the crit actually made me win, right? Having, like, raw damage in general is just better. This guy's gonna push that. Sure. Nessus is pushing top. The beauty about AD kill is that you get your power spike a lot sooner, so that's where the difference comes in. I think they're about to dive me soon. I hope not, actually. Push this all the way out. I want to get the blue buff. Also, I think they might be here. Good chance they are. Yeah, there's a Jarvan on my back. We're going to kill him. Hey, Denroki, thank you for the resub of 3 months, man. Wait, I will get back to you in a second. Appreciate it. Now we're level 11. So this is where things will change, because now we have, you know, we now have my level 11. We have my ultimate ready instead. We got my TP as well, so we can start making some huge plays. And we are playing AD kill, right? Which means that this is like the best, you know, power spike we can have. Kraken Slayer is extremely good around this time. And the further we get into the game, the stronger we get as well. I'm not really looking into fighting Nessus too much. I much rather like have the Nessus like stacking up the Qs, rather than. What are you doing here? Okay. I don't know what you are doing, but you're trying to gank me on the back here, but you do need to realize I got flash, man. Hey, Danroki, thank you for the resub of 3 months. Hello, Dave. How are you? You changed your name so it's the same than your league name. Hey, man. First of all, I'm doing great, man. Thank you for asking. Secondly, once again, thank you for the resub. Okay, he's gonna look into all in on me. You changed your name? Awesome, Danroki. Makes it like less confusing. So I'm simply gonna TP back here. You know what? I'm gonna buy the Phantom Dancer. And wait. I'll TP down here. So we already have like 2 items right now. We're only 16 minutes in the game, which is absolutely incredible, by the way. We'll be finishing off this guy here. Even if he's not looking into fighting me, I can still push down the wave. Nice, we pushed that. Don't want to miss it. So now we're gonna take the farm in. We're gonna take the wolves. We'll be taking down this camp. I was kind of hoping for Nessus to be top lane. Oh, it seems like Lee Sin wants to have this camp here. I want it to be like a little bit more efficient. Good. I believe that Nessus ultimate should be back already. I have like a general idea about Ness as well, obviously, because I played this game myself. There we go. I'm not looking into fighting Nessus at all at the moment. Unless I have like Lee Sin nearby. That's where I take the risk. So it seems like he's not looking into willing to fight me at all. It's probably because Lee Sin is here, I think. He can go if he wants. You see like the damage we receive like on AD kill, right? It's pretty pretty large numbers. I think that Jarvan's on the back here. Okay. You can go for Lee. And we got him. So you can kind of see like AD kill, even when you play against a Nessus top lane. You still beat Nessus. It just depends like on how you face off the Nessus, right? That's the one thing that matters. Nessus, in theory, is stronger than Kayle. In theory, you know, if you have like two gems going all into each other. Nessus should win. It's just, it all depends on like how you approach the guy, you know. Very good. We go back top lane. We're going to take another wave. We know that Nessus is alive. Like, honestly, if you're asking me, like, what is my most favorable setup for Kayle, it's obviously going to be AD Kayle, right? Like, AP Kayle and AD Kayle are two completely different things. Completely. But if you wonder, like, what should you do? In what situation? You go for AD Kayle when your team has a lot of AP. And you go for AP Kayle when you have an AD mid laner such as Yasuo, Zed, Riven, whatever the champ is in mid lane and it's AD, that's where you go for AP. So it really depends, you know, on it don't do whatever you feel like doing, but rather like switch around with the build depending on like what you're facing off, you know. You are so educative on every word you say. Were you by a chance a teacher before? No, I'm not. I've always wanted to become like a teacher in some kind of way. Not in school. It's not what I want, but I've always wanted to become like a teacher in some kind of way. And it turns out to be in League, you know. I got you. Yeah, I've always wanted to become, you know, good at something and then being able to teach people like how it works. And yeah, I never thought it would become League. It just so happened to be, right? Because I played this game for so long and this one day I decided to like start, you know, producing content for this game. You know, there was this one day I lost my job and my girlfriend told me like, okay, you're gonna have to do this because you want to do this. So this one day I was like, I made a video on YouTube. Like I took it very serious. My girlfriend told me to start making YouTube videos because I really wanted to, but I never did. So I started producing like content on YouTube, you know, teaching people stuff about League. And within like 2 weeks of making like YouTube videos, everything that I've created exploded. Like all videos I made, literally all of them. Not a single video was dead or anything. It was all going viral, and like that's when I decided like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna drop everything. I'm gonna drop the school that I have. I'm gonna do what I love doing, and that's where this is where I am today. So, yeah. Too bad. I think that's okay. I'm pretty glad that we're making it out here. But yeah, like that's like I'm not like a professional teacher. Too bad. Okay. So we have Infinity Edge. The next item we go for, we have 2 options here. We can go for Bloodthirster, which is going to give us, you know, damage, crit, lifesteal. Very good to have on Kayle. But what we can also do is go for Mortal Reminder, and this is going to like counter Nessus. Although personally, I don't really care about Nessus now. His healing is not, you know, he's not outstanding for it. I think I'm just going to go for Bloodthirster right away now. We're going to go for this one. Like having some sustain is pretty good to have, you know. We could try to like TP on the back here, maybe. We're trying to make it work. Oh, suddenly like I wanted to press TP here and the ward just expires like exactly at that time. What? Okay. Alright. They don't know that I'm standing on their back.
My sword is named Virtue, and it burns eternal.
I can't move in because Morgana has a Q, so... yeah, it's going pretty bad for her. Is that? Okay, that's a triple. Really good TP. That's gonna change everything now. But yeah, you can kind of see like this is what Kayle, you know, is able to do when you go like AD kill. I think that in season 12 it's going to be like no different. Kills is going to be the same. Like AD kill feels like a lot different, like so much different from AP kill, you know. AP kill is like consistent. Your damage is you can like one hit like people with it, right? Where AD kills like you have crit, and each time you can do like you can burst people with just auto. It's just getting crits, you know. Let's go back to base.
The celestial realm awaits.
That's nice from your girlfriend. Your ex told you that she'd be disappointed if you took gaming as a career.
Only the just walk the path of
Oh man, yeah, that sounds pretty wow. Yeah, you know a little bit about my story. You know why my girlfriend supports me in my gaming career? It's because my girlfriend, she was also a streamer, and that's how I met her. She also played League. She was also a streamer on Twitch. And yeah, that's how we met each other, and you know, here we are today, like living on our own, you know, in our own house, you know. But I guess that's why my girlfriend, you know, my girlfriend knows what you can achieve in the gaming career. So I guess that's why, you know, she supports me. But I can understand, you know, people... I understand when people don't think it's possible, so... It's pretty rare. I mean, there's only like less than a percentage in the whole world that does like YouTube and streaming as their living, right? So... It's not that crazy or anything. But yeah, many people don't know. But that sounds pretty, yeah, that sounds pretty disappointing. But, wow. I would support my girlfriend in everything that she wants to do. No matter what it is. I cannot imagine what it's like when you have a girlfriend or something and she does not support in what you love doing. I could not like I don't know like what I would think about that, man.
My flames burn only the unworthy.
Like you gotta in life you gotta do what you love doing the most. Otherwise, yeah, you know what I mean. Let's get some more camps.
Make thyself devour as eternal life is granted.
So my team is like pushing bot lane, but we're gonna be chilling because that's not working, you know. You know the most ideal situation to be in? It's when we have like one guy top lane and like 4 people in bot lane and then pressuring them this way since I can like... wait. We can probably kill them quite easily. Oh, wow, we got bursted. So he's Zanya on the last second. I was going to burst him with E. Okay. So we have like one more item to buy, and that's going to be possibly going to be this. There we go. We got to get this stuff now. Either way, at some point. Maybe what also could help, what could be very good to have, is maybe a rapidfire. Although we do already have like way too much attack speed as well, but this also gives attack speed, but it also gives the effect. So I'm kind of looking into getting Mortal here, actually. I'm going to go for the longsword. Ooh, nice. Okay, we got to push mid. I'm going to TP here.
The light renews.
You guys speak like English or Dutch at home? Dutch, of course. My girlfriend lived very, very close to me. I guess we got lucky with this. We had like a... we were like 20 minutes away from each other with the car. So we got pretty lucky. Good lives in the backup. Okay, nice. We can probably finish the game up here, maybe. Having like 4 Drakes is so OP. Seriously. It is so OP.
Only the guilty leave.
I think we can probably trick them. What? Ah? How fast did I die? What? I got deleted with like 3 abilities. I had a shield, by the way. Ah, it's like AP Ezreal. Oh, makes a lot of sense. I thought if this was AD Ezreal, that would be so broken, to be honest. I probably shouldn't be getting Mortal here. I'm gonna go for something different. That's really impressive. Wow. We need rapid fire. For sure. 100%. No doubt. Let's go for rapid fire. I'm really impressed with how hard we got deleted for. Considering
They cannot kill justice.
it's an APS roll with like 2 items and we're level 18. This guy's level 16, right? So I'm pretty impressed with like how that turned out, to be honest, but
I shall purge the dark.
let's get the blue, let's get the blue buff.
Rise in glory.
Oh, so apparently they've taken that one, sure. Oh, this guy doesn't have it. We should be forcing this Baron right now and then simply go ball lane afterwards. This will be the best thing we can do. We can rush it super fast with my autos. Ezreal is the only problem in the game, in my opinion. We got it. We could rush it like... Oh! Well, let's try, but... We're slow for years. Yeah, I didn't want that. So hear me out for a second. So the best thing would be to take the Baron and then simply running bot lane and pushing it out. That was the whole intention. But they went to force a team fight. Something terrible. They've all been like grouping down here, so that was obviously not going to be working. When you have a Baron buff, you never fight like this. Never. Unless you're like actually far ahead, but you never take this fight. Never. You have Baron buff, you're literally your best... The best strength is the waves. Like, you just walk in the lane, you just buff up the creeps, you stack it up, and there you go. Like, you finish up a game like that, right? Quite impressed that people are engaging like this, to be honest. So apparently there's like 2 people in ball lane. Okay. If my teammates could catch them, they're grouping mid though. Strange. You don't want to be grouping mid lane at this point. Alright. Let's go. Yeah, you can go in. Let's do it. Here we go. Now we're still getting what we are looking for. We have the Baron buff still. The slow from Nasus is by far the most annoying in the game. Let's try. And that's where it ends. Either way, guys, this is Kayle Toplane. Thank you for watching today's YouTube vid. And I'll see you next time. Peace.